We are
Gilbert
and George.
I knew them before, because how can you not know Gilbert and George? But it was, gallery just turned 20 years old, and we worked together since 8 years, so about 10 years ago I kind of approached them.
We believe that we have a shared sense of purpose, that it doesn't matter so much what Gilbert thinks about something, or what I think about something, it's what we think about it.
I love art that is outspoken, art that kind of addresses fundamental issues of our world, of our existence, how we work together, how we are together. And so Gilbert and George, I mean, they don't fit into any raster, but kind of in this raster of artists that do fundamental work that has meaning.
It's very important because in 1969, when we left St. Martin School of Art, we were trapped outside the art world. And we wanted to be artists, and it was very difficult. So two together was much more powerful.
Their work addresses a global audience beyond even the art world, which is interesting, and it's not limited into any region.
Common question from the media has always been, do you ever argue? And we say, no, we don't, and we wouldn't even tell you if we did. But it's also because we watch the news on television every day. And when we realize that everybody, every city, every country, every community is at war with somebody as we speak. People are being killed and slaughtered and imprisoned for absolutely no reason. And so we believe that we, at least, should not join in with that.
And we do believe that art can change the world in some way. It always did, because we don't believe that religion changed the world. Only free thought changes the world.
We left art school and we didn't want to do what most students do, which is run out and buy a lot of canvases and carry on the tradition of fine art. So we had to find a new way to speak, because we had new things to say. So we invented this kind of picture very slowly.
I mean, in the West, like in London now, the whole idea to go to museums or galleries is enormous. It's massive, because after all, you want to go out and be inspired in some way. And art, it is only art, or films or theater or visuals. There is very little else to do.
Yesterday, the opening in Singapore, we didn't count them, unfortunately, but we had, I think, between 600 and 800 visitors.
And we need a public. If we don't have a public in front of us, it is not so nice. That's why I think in the Far East here, they still have to create a public for modern art.
26 pictures of a complete new body of work that is only designed and that is only designed for Singapore and for the show.
We try to make an art that can exist for anybody wherever they live on the planet, whatever their educational background, whatever their religion, it can still speak to them in some way. A lorry pulled up beside us on our main street nearby and leaned out and said, "Gilbert and George, oi, my life is an effing moment, your art's an eternity," and then drove off. Because we've found out that people of all classes trust us as artists. Normally, less educated people feel that the artists are rather stuck up and superior. For instance, the Cockney people in the East End love it that we live in the East End. Yeah?
The whole world is so small now, and they all have the same problems, and they're all searching for the same feelings.
A dealer told me once, with selling art you pay your bills, with keeping you become wealthy.
I think because we're dealing with the thoughts and feelings that are inside everybody, wherever they are in the world, we're dealing with death,
hope,
life,
fear,
sex,
money,
race,
religion.
Those are things that concern everyone anywhere in the world. Eh?
We don't have a system. We are doing it from the beginning to the end. It's our stuff, totally. And that's quite extraordinary in this modern art world, where they have 50, 60 assistants.
As we're always kidding, they're here and they're not yet handcuffed or anything. Like even George said, maybe later, maybe later.
The history of mankind has been cursed by the inequality of the duo. And the male and female has been the subject of horrific stories and plays and things. The husband and wife has never had the equal. Women couldn't even have the checkbook until 1910. Extraordinary. So we like to present the idea of equality within the relationship. Remove self-doubt in equal relationship.
You are not alone. That's very important.